Hey guys, this is Jeremy from 78 Productions. I'm here to do another installment on how to make a video. Today we're going to be talking about editing within the video context and the process. We've already chosen our camera, we've already done the filming process, so now we've gone on to editing. And there's several different kinds of tools that we can use along with several different platforms. So recognize that there are free software out there, including Microsoft's Movie Maker as well as Apple's iMovie, and then they have corresponding plugins that can go with that, as well as a lot of different things that can go on top of that to make it a little bit better. But there are also very high-end quality video editors out there that you can use the software, including Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere. We actually used Adobe Premiere here. We love the whole system that they have, the whole package, including Photoshop and After Effects and a lot of those different tools. So we're actually going to be talking specifically about the whole Adobe Premiere package. So if you see here, we have the Adobe Creative Cloud, and we actually really love the Adobe Creative Suite that has everything you could ever want, including Flash, Dreamweaver, Fireworks, InDesign, Illustrator, all these great tools. But the thing we really want to focus on is Adobe Premiere. Now, there's this new thing that came out called Adobe Creative Cloud. Something worth checking out, because while the Final Cut Pro and the Adobe Suite is extremely expensive, you can actually do the Adobe Cloud for just $50 a month. And that's something that's a lot more manageable. Churches, ministries, and businesses would really love that price. And the idea behind it is you have 50 gigabytes of online storage. You can use a product for months and months for however much you want to use it. Maybe you just want to play around with it. Really is a great idea of how to go forward with this, and once they get in a couple further installments, this is something that we're definitely going to be taking use of. So let's look at the platform. We have Premiere Pro. This is CS4, and we actually have an open program, an open project for you to see. Now, we're not going to necessarily go through the details of this because there's a lot of things that you could actually get into, including how to do After Effects, how to manipulate, and what's the best transition here and there. Just know that we're actually going to be looking at some of the basics of editing and some of the tips that you can use. So this is our project down here. This is the project window, and one thing to always note is make things easy on yourself. If you plan on doing a lot of videos, if it's a series that you do, think about how you can make things simpler. So we have this video log that we're doing for you guys, the video blog, and pretty much everything is similar except for the actual content we have. So the things that actually change, if we zoom in here a little bit, this is our title slide, so that's this right here. That changes with everyone. And then the actual content that we actually film, what we're doing right now, is the actual content that we need to be able to edit. So this right here, the opening sequence made in After Effects, done once, probably took us an hour to make this, as well as the loop background noise that we made in GarageBand. Probably took us about 40 minutes just because we're not that good. But this took us maybe 2 hours tops to make, and it's in every single one. We've set up a template. We know that the intro is going to be this long every single time. The sound for it's going to be that long, and then we loop the sound, and it's just very quiet. And whenever we have longer video clips, we simply copy and paste and push this all the way out, and then crop it down to the length of what the actual video clip is. We have our ending sequence here that's exactly the same with the audio that's now louder, and then we simply we change the title right here, and we change this middle part, and really that's all we do for this. And so every single video we make takes no more than 2 hours total, and that includes render time, which takes about an hour, hour and a half depending on the length, and the upload time, which takes between 20 and 40 minutes. So just think about how amazing you can be able to do stuff for your ministry, stuff for your business, in no time at all. Literally, the longest part of this is coming up with the idea. What is the content going to be? Where am I going to film this at? What do I want to say? Who do I want to get involved? Once you've done that, you've probably done 3/4 of the work. Then you film it, and if it's a script, maybe it will take a little bit longer because you want to get the lines down right. But here, we just simply go off the cuff, simply talk about what we want to, and then we have this great setup here for the editing that literally takes us no more than 15 minutes to do. And so it's a great project for you. It's a different medium, it's engaging, and really you can go about this in just a couple of minutes. So another thing that we have is color correction. You can do color correction on the actual video. It's something you should seriously consider. So you're looking at me now, and this is actually a very yellow room, as you can see. And now we have color correction. And it's amazing the difference you can do in video editing just to make it look a little bit better. So make sure you consider how you can improve on the quality that you have. If you did get a poor lighting situation like we do right now, or if you are in a windy situation where you need to adjust the audio levels or background noise, just consider how you can improve with editing. It doesn't need to be a lot of work. You could sit here and spend 4, 6, 10 hours on something like this, but just make sure that you're actually investing your time wisely with something like this. If it's for entertainment, great, polish it off. If it's something quick like announcements for ministry or a 10-second video to show what's coming up next, don't actually put a ton of effort into this. Just realize it's all about the content. That's where the real need needs to come in. Now, a couple of other things quickly. We have our audio down here. I said that this was a little bit lower. The reason for that is we want to make sure that everything is still engaging. We want to have a little bit of a beat still connect with them. So I would highly suggest that you just have whatever loop you have down here as an intro video. So this is our intro video. And so if you've watched our videos much, you know that. But that same loop just simply plays over and over in the background, and it's just a very low level. Barely can notice it. In fact, if we look at it, it's actually at negative 14 decibels, very, very low. But it just simply makes no dead space. So it doesn't make it boring, it doesn't make it room for something to happen. And it also drowns out any kind of background noise that you may have inside the room, whether it's a fan going or people walking by outside that you can just barely hear. Highly encourage you to do that. And then also, I would highly encourage you to make sure that you use your transitions well. So we have transitions here both in our video that you can see, and if we just go over a little bit, it goes into the video. Simple dip to black that we have here, this transition. And then also if we go down below, we also have a transition in audio, and it's the constant gain. It just makes that transition from that to the background noise just that much better. So there are a couple great things for you to look at. I highly encourage you to look into video editing because it will save your video work, especially if you have some lower quality videos that you need to invest in. But also if you really want to make some of those entertaining videos, this is really where it's going to spruce it up. I think a final note, just know that whatever you have to work with is about as good as it's going to get. You can make tweaks, you can improve the quality of what you have, but the content itself is there. You've really got nothing else to work with. So make sure that what you've shot is really good, but then you can make it great with the video editing. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to suggest as far as video editing. What more do you like to do? Maybe you want to talk a little bit about After Effects. So leave some comments below and we'll talk to you guys next week.